Do you think child sacrifice is a thing of the past? My name's Mark Harrington, and you've tuned in to Activist Radio on The Mark Harrington Show. The Mark Harrington Show is brought to you by Created Equal, and you can support our work by going to createdequal.org. Again, my name is Mark Harrington. You've tuned into Activist Radio on The Mark Harrington Show, and we're going to be talking about child sacrifice today. What a topic, right? Child sacrifice. And we're not going to be talking about the ancient child sacrifice that we're used to reading about in the Old Testament and other times historically. We're actually going to be talking about modern day child sacrifice, contemporary child sacrifice. You might think, well, what? That can't be happening now. It's not happening now. We're civilized. We don't do that, do we? Well, the answer is we do. And we're going to be talking about today on the Mark Harrington Show. And in order to do that, my guest today is Laura Klassen, and she is with Choice 42. Laura, thanks for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
So, Laura, we have not met, but I have followed you for a long time. You're a big, a lot of people here at Create Equal love the work you're doing, especially on social media. You have a really strong presence there. So I wanted to bring you on in part because I think it was about a year ago, you created a video called Modern Child Sacrifice, an animated video about the connections between abortion and child sacrifice. And so what I want to do, I'm going to take a little bit of time and talk about this today, because for some of our listeners and viewers, this might be a brand new concept to them. They might think, well, that's a stretch. You know, abortion's legal. It's coined as reproductive justice or reproductive rights and all of that. This cannot be child sacrifice. But what I want to do is play a little bit of your video. And then also about 2 years ago, we created a video as well called Abortion, a Doctrine of Demons. It's about 20 minutes long, dealing with the topic a little more in depth. But, we have had time to develop this as you have over the years. We're increasingly harassed by abortion advocates who will overtly identify as Satanists nowadays. When we're on college campuses, when we go out and share the gospel and the truth about abortion, they're not holding back anymore. The Satanists, there's an alignment between the abortion advocates and Satanists who come out on these outreaches that we go to. And, as we began to look into this and why that was taking place, we found out that the common thread is abortion advocates believe in what they say or call bodily autonomy. And I want to get into that in a minute. And they, that's what they believe. And so do Satanists. In fact, one of their tenets is that they believe that one's body is inviolable and it's subject to one's will. This leads to the mantra, my body, my choice. So there is a connection between Satanism and bodily autonomy and abortion. But what I want to do right now, let's play this clip. This is Modern Child Sacrifice. It was created by Choice 42. It was released last year. This is a short clip from that video. Go ahead and play that.
And we still don't hear their screams. There's nothing new under the sun. We sacrifice our children today, not for reign or war victories, but for freedom or convenience. We sacrifice to gain favor in the workplace, or for the blessings of money or fame. We sacrifice our babies on the altar of free sex. Child sacrifice is no longer a public event. It's done behind closed doors. Rather than a gory burning or bloody stabbing, it's become a neat, sterile, and clinical event. We don't throw our children into the fire or leave them to freeze to death. We starve our babies. We poison them. We rip off their arms and legs and crush their skulls. We call it choice. We call it empowerment. And our culture condones it. We celebrate it. We celebrate baby murder. We consider it vital to our existence. It's become a right. But nothing is different. There's nothing new under the sun. Innocent human beings are still being sacrificed for the selfish gains of those more powerful. Modern child sacrifice is thriving. We must end it. End abortion.
All right, we can end it there. Again, this is the video created by Choice42. It's about a year old, but this is a really powerful video. I love the animation in it. This is a really, really difficult subject. Abortion is altogether by itself, but when you enter into the realm of it being considered child sacrifice, it kind of takes on a new meaning. And so, Laura, I wanted to just ask you, why did you create this video?
Hopefully to wake people up, especially Christians. And
Right.
I'm sure you've come across this now with like the more modern pro-life movement saying that abortion is not a religious issue,
Right.
and coming at it from that angle. And same as you, we've just been attacked like an onslaught of Satanists online. And especially when the Satanic Temple came out and like said that abortion is a ritual of theirs.
Right.
It made it very clear to me that this is a religious issue, because it is on their side for sure. And so we need to fight it from our side accordingly.
Amen. And, we're an organization that believes that you got to have all of the arguments. You got to have the constitutional arguments, the logic, this philosophy, the science, all of it, along with the spiritual and religious. But to deny it that it's a religious issue is a mistake tactically, and it's just not true. I mean, it's just not true. And much of our movement here in the U.S., probably there in Canada as well, has not been willing to go there. We're willing to go there. I mean, we need to go there because without revival, without reformation of the heart, without the gospel, we're not going to end abortion. I think there's where we have a lot of agreement with you. So in Canada, you guys encounter is the probably worse kind of behavior than we actually do in America. Abortion has been legal in Canada. Was it 1969? Is that right?
Yeah, that's when it first became legal by Trudeau Sr. And then in 1988, that law was struck down and it was supposed to be replaced with a different law, and it just never was. So we do not have an abortion law in Canada.
Yeah, that's pretty hard to believe. I think even myself, as I read that, I thought, wow, there are no laws in the whole country of Canada restricting abortion at all? Correct. That's crazy. I mean, in America, the restrictions are very minor, but there are some, at least. So when you created this video, what was the reaction you got from people? Did they say, "Oh, you're just overreacting. You're making this up. This is all hysteria"?
Yeah, a lot of that, mostly from Canadians. But we're a little bit farther into this than you guys are. And so a lot of Americans liked it. And they were like, right on, this is exactly what it was. And I think it shocked the Canadian pro-life movement. They usually love our videos and share all of our funny satire and everything. And this was not shared by, a few Canadian organizations. Mm-hmm.
And why is it you don't think people want to go there? I mean, other than it's a difficult subject, obviously, but why don't people want to go there? Because it is true. And if you would, I want you to draw out some of the parallels.
Sure. I don't think they want to go there because they want to somehow appeal to our culture and get them on our side, when in reality, they're not on our side and they're so far the other way that, we need Jesus Christ to end this. And so they don't want to include that in the battle. And so we're going to lose if that's the case. The parallels, you mean between ancient and modern?
Yes.
Yeah. So I was just, and even just reading the Bible, you keep hearing about child sacrifice over and over in the Old Testament. And I did a lot of research on all the different types and the different civilizations, and we look at them and we think they're so barbaric and they're so crazy. And all of the reasons that they would sacrifice children are the same reasons that we're sacrificing babies today. They did it so that they could get ahead. They did it so that they could prosper and gain something from it. It was a selfish motive. And that's exactly what's happening nowadays. Women are aborting and men are pressuring them to abort for selfish reasons. They want to finish their education. They want, that promotion at work, and they're not going to get it if they're pregnant. Things like that. So it's all driven by selfishness, the same way that it was in the ancient times.
Clearly, abortion is just sacrificing children on the altar of choice. Yeah. It's not an altar, a bronze statue or anything like that. It's the altar of choice, which means a choice to kill your baby so that you can live the way you wish, so you continue your own sexual habits. You have a career you want to fulfill. You don't want a baby right now, whatever. But it's still sacrificing children no matter what. And as I mentioned earlier, in the Satanists basically have several tenets, and one of them is bodily autonomy. Right. If you would kind of explain what that means and why it is Satanists have that as a tenet of theirs, and why that fits with the abortion, or the abortion industry.
Right. Well, basically just the idea that your body is your own, and that no one can use your body against your will, which makes sense, except for when you're pregnant. It's not a baby using your body. Pregnancy is a natural outcome to sex, and it's how we all started out. And so they're using that to basically say that the baby is an invader, an unwelcome invader, and that it's their right to murder them.
Right. My guest today is Laura Klassen, and you can find out more by going to choice42.com. She's in Canada, and we're really grateful that she took the time to be on the program today. And you can follow her on social media. She's got a great social media platform, lots of cool videos and graphics. And so please take the time to check that out. Laura, in the Old Testament, we understand the sacrificing your children to Molech, and I want to read this and then get your comments. In ancient Canaan, it was customary in that culture for parents to offer their newborn children as sacrifices to the god of Molech. As was the case with other ancient gods, Molech offered them some kind of benefit in exchange for their devotion. By offering up their children to be burned on the golden statue, the Canaanites believed Molech would cause them and their future children to prosper. This is what we're talking about. What's the difference between the Old Testament and sacrificing your child to Molech and sacrificing your child to choice? Not a whole lot.
There's no difference. There's nothing new under the sun, right? It's the same thing.
The same thing. And in Jeremiah 32, it says they build high places for Baal in the valley of Ben Hinnom to sacrifice their sons and daughters to Molech, though I never commanded, nor, this is God speaking, nor did it ever enter my mind that they should do such a detestable thing. Unbelievable. God, this is the only time I know in the Bible where God says it never entered my mind that they would do this.
It's unbelievable that they would have done it now, and it's unbelievable that we're doing it now. Sorry, they would have done it then and now, yeah.
I mean, it's crazy. You think about what's happening or happened in the Old Testament. What's happening now is far worse, in my view. I mean, we've got 60 million or more here in America, millions in Canada, some 70 million worldwide every year. This will not go on forever. I can tell you that. God is not going to allow it to continue. So, folks, I'm going to ask you to take action. You can go to our page, createdequal.org. There's a store there. I want you to pick up our video. We're going to play a clip from this. This is Abortion, a Doctrine of Demons. You can pick that up on our website, or you can go to our YouTube page and watch it. If you purchase it today, just send us $20 and we'll send you the video. and you can use it in presentations and so forth. This video takes a little bit more time and develops all of the different things and the parallels between abortion and child sacrifice, plus a lot of contemporary examples are in the video. And so if you want to pick this up, you can either go on our website and pay for it yourself for $5, or send us a gift for $20 and we'll send it to you. Just say, I want the video or DVD, Abortion, a Doctrine of Demons. So, Laura, let's talk a little bit more about Choice 4-2. How long have you been doing this? And I know you guys are really strong on social media. So I want people to get acquainted with the work that you're doing in Canada.
Oh, sure. We started 5 years ago, and that was our whole angle, was the social media side of things, because I was volunteering in a pregnancy resource center, and I realized that that was a great opportunity to reach women considering abortion. So that is kind of where it all came out of. And we have two main goals. Half of what we do is to educate the public. And people here in Canada don't even know that we don't have a law. So that's the one side of things.
I wasn't sure of that, actually. That was news to me.
Right. Yeah. Canadians don't even know. And so then the other side of what we do is we actually connect one-on-one with women who are considering abortion, who have abortion appointments booked. And we speak with them and we try to basically convince them not to murder their children. And then we offer them practical help and support if they need it.
And so you're really strong on social media. I love some of your videos. And by the way, the wig is too good. I mean, it just is. Share a couple of, I don't know, stories about the type of things you have on social media, the videos that you create.
Sure. We have a satire series. I guess that's what you're referring to with the pink wig. It's called the Just Saying series. And it's satire. They're basically 1-minute little videos that challenge different popular abortion sayings, like "my body, my choice" or "no uterus, no say." And our most popular one is the magical birth canal, which has millions of views now. And we just wanted to show how ridiculous it is when people say that you're not a human being until you're born. And so we actually got, a real newborn baby, and we made the sparkly birth canal, and we showed the baby over here is not a human being, but having passed through the birth canal is now a human being. So we just put a visual to basically the crazy things they say.
And so how can they view these, on your Facebook page or on your homepage?
Yeah. Everything is accessible from our website. So just choicefor2.com. We have our video there. Yeah, there's a videos page right there across the top. And you can click on there, and all of our videos that we've ever made are on there.
One of the ones I like the most is the one with my good friend Jonathan Van Maren. I think you talk about men and how they should have a say or don't have a say in abortion. Is that one?
Yeah. No uterus, no say. That was that one.
Yeah, that's a beautiful one. I like that one a lot.
Me too.
So again, my guest today is Laura Klassen, and it's the website is choice42.com. Laura, we got about 3 or 4 minutes left here. I'd like to talk a little bit more about what's going on in Canada and in America. First of all, I want you to address the purge of social media. I know you guys are highly invested in that. Are you guys worried about getting, canceled?
Yeah, we are one error or mistake or whatever it is away from having our platforms removed.
Is that all of your platforms or just YouTube?
Oh, that is Facebook and Twitter.
Basically all of them.
It's not YouTube. Yeah.
So what are you guys doing, if anything, to pivot?
We're launching.
I'm not sure you want to talk about that, actually, but if you do, please let us know.
Yeah. Well, we have a cool new opportunity because there's a new platform coming out called Loor, Loor, and they are allowing. It's basically for artists that have been censored. It's going to have a lot more Christian materials and that kind of thing, and so we are creating a 6-part series that's going to be up on there as soon as they launch.
Gotcha. Well, like us, I'm sure you guys, after the election here in America, with all the purging that was going on and the attack on Christian voices on social media, we began an evaluation of that situation as well, and took some steps to try to protect ourselves. And I exhort anybody who's in the battle for life, you need to do that. You need to really look hard and fast at what you're doing to make sure that you have a voice and continue to be able to have one, because it's only going to get worse. I mean, there's going to be a second wave of this purge sometime, somewhere, for some reason. We may not know when that's going to happen, but it's going to come, and you better be ready for that. And we've taken steps here to do it, and you should as well. So, Laura, what I want to do here, I'm going to play a clip from the going back to the abortion as child sacrifice. If you would, Mr. Producer, go ahead and cue up this next video. This is our video, Abortion, a Doctrine of Demons. And it's a couple of, I don't know, it's about 20 seconds long. It'll give you an idea of what you're looking at here.
The devil doesn't originate anything. You know, his way of doing everything is to look at what does God do and how can I imitate that.
So folks, here's what I want you to do right now. This is what I want you to do to take action. First of all, go to choicefor2.com and check out their videos, primarily the one entitled Modern Day Child Sacrifice. And also go to our page, createdequal.org, in the store. And I want you to pick up our video. You can either just watch it on YouTube, or you can order your own DVD for $5 on the page. Or if you give a donation today at $20, we'll send you the DVD along with that. And you can give to us by going to our website at createdequal.org and click on the donate page there. Just go ahead and give the $20 and say, I want the DVD, Abortion, the Doctrine of Demons. This is, I think, one of the better, along with Laura's video, that explains the connection between abortion and child sacrifice. And I think it's something churches need to be playing, pastors need to be aware of, and it needs to be included in our preaching on abortion. We can't just argue the facts. We can't just argue science, logic, and philosophy. We need to know that this is a inherently and deeply spiritual issue at the heart, and we need to go at it from the gospel's point of view. So, Laura, we got about a minute or so left. If you would, give us a perspective. You've been in it for 5 years, just 5 years, and you've done some super work up there. I mean, what do you see as the biggest obstacles that the pro-life movement in Canada and America is facing?
The church's inaction.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and how are you guys in Canada trying to activate the churches?
Well, that's what I'm trying. I'm working with pastors. And you know what? COVID has brought out basically a lot of the pastors who I think are going to help us.
That's true. I mean, because the ones, my wife and I just ask if they wear masks or not. If they don't wear a mask, then they tend to line up on all the other points. That's kind of our litmus test right now.
Oh, yeah.
It works. They're usually right on abortion and a lot of other things. So all you got to do is ask, hey, are you wearing masks? You believe in the mandates? If they say no, you're like, all right, you got something in common.
Yeah.
So folks, listen, again, choicefor2.com. Check out the video and subscribe to their YouTube page. Go on their Facebook page and like their page, and continue to follow the work of Laura Klassen and Choice for 2. And folks, again, you can pick up our video by going to createdequal.org and click on the page there to the store, and you can pick it up for $5, or you can give $20 and we'll send it to you as part of that gift. Laura, if you would, give our listeners here in the United States and Canada some encouraging words here in the last 30 seconds of the program, if you would, please.
Well, I guess just keep fighting and get active. If you're not, whatever you're doing, do more, and don't give up hope, because as we said before, like, God is not going to tolerate this forever.
Well, we appreciate your work up there. We love the Center for the Canadian Center for Bioethical Reform as well. They're our partners here in America, and I got my roots with the Center for Bioethical Reform and Greg Cunningham. So we have a lot of common friends up there in Canada. And I appreciate you guys up there because I understand you're up against a lot more than we are here. And in relation to what you've got, we've got it kind of good. And that's not necessarily a good thing, actually. I mean, we get used to it here in America, thinking that, we've got things going in the right direction when we really don't. But I always gain a lot of encouragement by following the Canadian movement and the work that you're doing. So I appreciate you being on the program today.
Thank you for having me.
All right, folks, we'll see you next time. God bless you. God bless America. And remember, America, to bless God.
You've been listening to Mark Harrington, your radio activist. For more information on how to make a difference for the cause of life, liberty, and justice, go to createdequal.org. To follow Mark, go to markharringtonshow.com. Be sure to tune in next time for your marching orders in the culture war.